everybody. I am coming today to do a combination sticker review and plan with me because I have to use this kit this week, and you'll understand why in a second. If you're a Whovian, you might already know. Whovian, for those of you that are not in the know with terminology, a Whovian is a Doctor Who fan. I am a massive Doctor Who fan, total nerd over here, and I contacted Carolina Planner Girl, who has a shop on Facebook. She does not have a shop anywhere else. She runs exclusively out of her Facebook group. She does mostly custom orders, although she does post everything, pictures of everything that she does, and you can always request, to buy a certain thing. But I asked her to do a kit for me of Doctor Who. And it's beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. She found all sorts of awesome images to use of the TARDIS and the Doctor. And she got a fair share of, this is the 11th Doctor, I believe, from the profile, Matt Smith, the War Doctor, and then of course all of the, well, not all, a bunch of the iterations of the Doctor. And then we've got a couple of Weeping Angels, the Doctor Who symbol, a Dalek, and then of course the TARDIS. So she completely outdid herself. I love it. Now she will sell printables as well as actual printed kits. Now I got this as a printable, so this is what I have printed and cut with my silhouette. Her kits are actually pretty easy to cut. If you don't have a silhouette, you can just use an X-Acto knife or a paper cutter, what have you. Most of her kits are pretty rectangular, so it's all straight lines. They're all lined up really nicely, as you can see. The only things that would be difficult to cut out would be the words. You would just have to do rectangles, and the cute little peekaboo stickers wouldn't work very well. But everything else, you can actually cut with scissors or a straight edge or something like that fairly easily. So this is the Doctor Who kit that she worked up for me, and I am absolutely in love. So we're going to go ahead and plan the week of April the 22nd through the 28th, and any hardcore Whovian knows that the reason I'm using this kit this week is April the 23rd is the Day of Silence, or the Silence Day. It's the day that the episode The Impossible Astronaut first aired on the BBC, and it has become one of the days that Whovians celebrate throughout the year. So of course I have to use the kit this week, and I will say it was an extremely difficult choice to make because Avengers Endgame premieres this week as well, and I desperately wanted to do an Avengers spread, but my love of Doctor Who sadly still beats my love of Avengers. So we are going to go ahead and put this together, and I'm going to stop talking while I put stickers because, as I've mentioned before, I'm completely incapable of laying stickers straight and talking and staying under the 15-minute time limit. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll come back at the end and explain what I did. Okay, so first of all, I'm laying this top strip washi, and as you can see, I'm laying it completely wrong. I didn't realize that it's a little bit thicker than your standard top weekly washi, so I laid it to that line and then realized that it was sticking out the top. So I actually lined it up, I believe at the square before 5 o'clock. And please excuse the top of my head. I didn't realize that it was in frame, so you'll see it a couple of times. Oh, this top washi is just gorgeous. She couldn't have picked a better picture if she tried. She does include these cute little date flags. I did decide to go ahead and put them down. Normally I would have put them up above, but I didn't want to block the gorgeous photo, so I decided to put them right next to the date, or the day of the week rather, and stick them down just a little bit. Not my favorite thing to do, layering stickers like that, but it works. So I then decided to go ahead and put the iconic "Don't Blink" quote down for April the 23rd. I realize that we're talking two different villains here, but don't really care. The "Don't Blink" quote is, of course, having to do with the Weeping Angels, and the 23rd is the Day of Silence. And then, of course, the TARDIS. We must have the TARDIS on a Doctor Who spread. Perfect for covering up that calendar that I hate so much.
The bottom washi goes down. Now she includes so many different colors. I actually had a hard time picking the color, but I decided I wanted the quote and the TARDIS to stand out as blue, so I chose the gray. And down at the bottom, I'm certainly no artist, so probably anyone with a bone of creativity in their body could tell me that was possibly a horrible choice, but then I'm going to put down my bottom checklists by Tealine Stickers. I use them for everything and they're wonderful. She did add them in her shop as full pages, so I will be ordering those. And then of course my custom habit tracker by Lethbridge cards on Etsy. And then I decided to go ahead and use these headers. I normally don't use headers. I normally just use a strip of washi, but I wanted to use them for the colors. So here's all the headers laid down, and we've got the bones going. It's looking good. Now, as you can see, I cut this sidebar because I wanted to use the TARDIS piece at the top. It was designed to use just without that. So I did trim off that bottom box, but never to fear, I will use it elsewhere. I love how it's a full strip sticker. Sometimes I really do like the creativity involved in building a sidebar. Not that I usually use the sidebar, but putting down the boxes and putting down the different headers and making it cute. And sometimes I just wish it was already done for me. So in this case it is, and I really do like that it is. And it has plenty of space for whatever it is that you would like to use your sidebar for. So I thought about using this script. I really do love whatever script she's using or whatever font she's using here, but since I used all of the words strip headers, I decided I would just go ahead and put this over here and leave the rest of it be. Then I also need to figure out where I'm going to put this big doctor box, because that is definitely a focal point of this particular spread, but it'll take me a minute. So I decided to go ahead and lay down this payday sticker. Now this is a printable from Plan for Happy. I did get a couple of printables from them and I will be reviewing them at some point, but as of right now I do like it. Now they were sized for the Erin Condren / Happy Planner size planners, so I did have to size them down to fit reasonably in the cousin, but that was really easy to do in my Silhouette software. So no big deal there. Laid down this gymnastics sticker as a custom from Carolina Planner Girl. I actually just saw another set that she did for someone else that said dance class and asked her to change that to gymnastics for me. So I have special stickers for my son's gymnastics class now. And then I love these checklist boxes. Now normally all of those boxes in her kits I think are the checklist boxes. But because obviously I asked her to do a Doctor Who kit, she replaced several of them with actual pictures. Here is the rest of that sidebar. I actually decided to use it to mark our date night for Avengers. Yay! I hate that we have to wait until Sunday to go see it, but between my husband's job and childcare, that was the first day we could get off to go see it together. So, definitely going to use that right there. As I was mentioning with those checklist boxes, I like that it's a bigger checklist, which obviously doesn't fit the grid, and normally that would drive me crazy, but because it's a full box, it hides the grid underneath, so it doesn't bother me. So it's a great compromise when you need to maybe have a little bit more space to write, or what have you, but I really like them. It's good for me to mark priorities during the week, I think. I decided to go ahead and lay this down here. Usually my Mondays and Tuesdays end up filling with just busy work, so I thought this week I would make the sacrifice and put down the gorgeous picture of the first 11 doctors. Obviously we have 13 now, but I love this photo. I don't remember if it's a BBC image or if it's fan art, but it's fabulous either way. And then I love this picture of the War Doctor. I love that we finally have his story and that he's not nearly such a shameful part of the Doctor's past as he would have us believe. And I decided to make him track my workouts because who better, right? I'm gonna have a hard time writing on these gorgeous boxes, by the way. Like, they're so pretty that I just want to use them as deco stickers and not functional boxes. But dang it, I'm gonna force myself to. At least I think I am. We'll see when the time comes to actually write on them. I'm gonna go ahead and mark church, and I'm gonna use this peekaboo sticker to remind me to post a plan with me next week. I love that the peekaboo stickers kind of really stand out when you have a spread full of squares and rectangles, as most planner spreads are. The different shape sort of really jumps off the page at you, and I really like them. And I think I might order just a full page of peekaboo stickers from her, either in neutral or rainbow or something, because I like how they stand out. Here again, for just filling in the checklist for my priorities for the day. I like that it's a little bit bigger and a little bit stands out, and then I can do the rest of my to-dos smaller on the grid for the day. Definitely a very functional kit. Even if it is a lot more stickers than I normally use, it is still extremely functional. So here, just marking that we have our homeschool co-op that day, and I signed up to do drinks. We always split up taking drinks and snacks for the kids every day because it is a full morning of classes. So it's my week to bring drinks. And we have usually several people doing each thing. We have like over 100 kids in our co-op. So we split it up to where it's not a huge expense any week for any one parent. And these anxiety trackers are also Carolina Planner Girl. Okay, so here we go. It is complete as far as it's going to be before I get into the week. The way I plan as I sort of set the bones and then fill it in as I go throughout the week. This is a super cute kit. Now, keeping in mind, I did this as a printable. This is not anything that she printed and sent me. I am still kind of figuring out my silhouettes, little quirks and iffies. So there was a couple places that the sticker stuck, but that has nothing to do with Carolina Planner Girl. This is an adorable kit. As you can see, it comes with so many stickers. I actually don't usually use these. I wanted to go ahead because there's an entire page full and use these today. Normally, I wouldn't even print this and use it, but I wanted to go ahead and use the kit to give a good review, and so she gives tons and tons and tons of these. So that's extremely nice. These are actually, I have another kit of hers. These are actually hourly cover-ups, and I love them, and normally I do use them, but because her boxes are sized to go line to line, if I use the hourly cover-ups, I end up getting a whole lot of bulk with stickers on top of stickers on top of stickers. So I chose not to use those today, just because I wanted to use all of the gorgeous images that she included in this kit. I have another kit of hers that I will use in a later plane with me that is not Doctor Who, that I will go ahead and use the hourly cover-up so you can kind of see that. But they are, like I said, I have another kit of hers. They are sized perfectly. They fit wonderfully. They go from just underneath her top header all the way down to the bottom of the grid. They don't take into account this bottom washi, so that if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. You can use the full length of the grid. So that's just, and then if you want to use bottom washi or middle washi or whatever, you can always cut as you need, but she gives you the full length if you so choose, which is really nice. As you can see, she has a ton of boxes included in her kits. I used as many as I could, but I'm very much a list planner, so I will figure out what to do with these. She gives you lots of different colors and sizes and types of washi to use, which is fabulous. A few blank headers that match the printed headers. She does include date covers, which are awesome. Some printed, which normally I would use these more than the headers. But like I said, I wanted to go ahead and use the headers to get the full effect of the kit. So I love this, whatever font this is, I love it. I love her little peekaboo stickers. Okay, these are awesome, and they're adorable, and they're great for when you really want something to stand out because it's not a traditional rectangle.
So that's a lot of fun. She has good size, some individual trackers, some good size appointment boxes or appointment labels, whatever you want to call it. My only downside, I really like that she does the checklists and the hourly cover-ups skinny enough to fit within the grid. A lot of them do just a hair wider. I really like that hers are skinny. My only drawback is this, actually, this looks like I might be able to fudge it. It does not fit the grid. The dots, or the circles, the checklist parts don't actually correspond to a grid. This kind of falls right in between. I could probably fudge this one as close enough to make it work for my OCD, but it does not fit perfectly into the grid. But she chose really a great picture to go on there, so I might go ahead and deal with it and use it this week just because it's Doctor Who. But as you can see, I have a ton left over, so I will definitely be able to add into the week as it goes. And I filled it in. I am trying, I love the sidebar that she includes. It's actually a little bit longer, as you could see. I included the rest of it over here. The only reason is because I included this. But there you go. That's what my week looks like so far, and I'll fill it in as I go. And it's an adorable kit. Everything is measured well. And I have no complaints. It's wonderful. And I really do like the fact that it's printable, because I can absolutely use this again. It's very reasonably priced for all the work that I know all the time that I know she puts into designing these, and I love it. She also custom did these gymnastic stickers for me and the anxiety tracker stickers. I'm gonna start trying to track my anxiety, not daily, because I think obsessing over it only makes it worse. But, just check in with myself mentally, maybe twice a week in the middle of the week and on the weekend, and kind of take stock of where I stand and whether I need to adjust medications or some of my self-care time or any of that. So she did those for me as a custom, and I will put a link to her group, her Facebook group below. As I mentioned, she does not have a shop. She does everything through her Facebook, mostly customs, although she will print you, anything that you see in her group that you like. But she'll design pretty much anything. It's wonderful. So she's super sweet to work with, very quick. If she feels like she's getting overwhelmed with orders, she will put her shop on pause, just make a post saying, I'm not accepting any orders right now. I'm trying to get caught up from where I am. I'll be back on whatever, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever, so that she can stay with a quick turnaround time. And I appreciate that very much. And I think all of her customers do. She's very active in the group. She's in there talking to us every day, asking people what they want, getting their opinions on things. So very responsive, very kind, cute designs. So if you're okay with printables, and she will also print and ship. I think a good portion of her business is printables, but she will print and ship. Obviously for a little bit higher fee than just the printables, but if you do not have the capability to print and cut on your own, then she will do that for you. I should mention her files come with a JPEG, PDF, and the silhouette cut files. So you literally just have to open it up, print it out, and stick it in your machine and hit cut. You don't have to alter anything. It's wonderful. So this is, again, Carolina Planner Girl, and this is this week's Plan With Me. We'll catch you guys next time.